So the pandemic really bubbled anxiety and stress to the surface of our lives. Conquering them is the message of the new book, A Deeper Wellness, by one of Canada's highest rated clinical psychologists, Dr. Monica Vermani. Thanks very much for joining us. So your new book is, it's a bit of a workbook book.
It's a book that does psychoeducation, but it also gives you handouts and worksheets to work through and apply the material you're learning to your own life.
Okay, and we've been talking a lot about toxic relationships, so much with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial that was on this summer, and you know, it's really kind of come to the forefront because so many women too were stuck in toxic relationships during the pandemic. And where do you go when you can't go anywhere?
Yeah, well, during this pandemic, you know, we've had toxic relationships with a number of things besides people: alcohol, drugs, you know, food addictions, technology, avoidance, denial. Many of us have toxic patterns in our lives, and when it comes to relationships, it's a two-way thing. You're both not growing, you're both not making each other happy, and there's some level of toxicity where you're not feeling supported, you're not feeling grounded, you're not feeling like yourself. There's a lot more self-doubt. Anxiety and fear is self-doubt. Not trusting yourself, not knowing if this is healthy for you, but staying there because you wonder if you're the problem or they're the problem. There's a lot of underlying levels of insecurity and doubt and fears of, am I making the right decision by staying or should I leave? And that makes you wobble to stay put.
And a lot of that can be learned behavior, what kind of environment you grew up in.
Yeah, blueprints are the major reason why many of us do stay in toxic relationships. We have a tendency to sometimes misconceive that chemistry is really familiarity. And so familiarities of mom and dad patterns or pattern of dominant and submissive, it's important for us to start challenging what is in my highest and best. What relationships help me grow, make me happy, and support me to be a better version of me. One of the criteria I always say with relationships is more days than not, am I happy? Like we all have good days and bad days, but when you're in a relationship with a person, you want to make sure more days than not you're happy, you're supported, you're grounded, you feel, you know, secure in yourself, and you feel like someone's helping you be a better version of you. Otherwise, why choose to be with somebody that is depleting you, bringing in self-doubt, controlling, changing you, and making you feel like you're less than who you should be? Right?
And this could be a spouse, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker, that kind of thing. So give me an example of an exercise in the book then where you could kind of try to spot if you're in a toxic relationship.
So toxic relationships, pure and simple, instill a level of fear and self-doubt. So again, the anxiety really is about self-doubt. So you start questioning, do I have the ability to handle, you know, walking into work or walking to this relationship where I'm walking on eggshells, or I'm afraid of the responses or not knowing how this person's going to treat me. There's a lack of safety, a lack of comfort within your own skin that I know how to handle and I know how to feel safe here. In those relationships, they make you doubt yourself. Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I capable? There's more self-depreciating thoughts. So there's physiological symptoms that you're going through: heart palpitations, tightness in your
stomach.
You bet. Butterflies, you know, rumination, thinking the same thing over and over and over, and a motor in your system. And then there's negative thoughts. I'm not good enough. I'm not adequate. I'm the problem here. You know, I'm not doing something right. And you're personalizing something that really doesn't have everything to do with you. And then there's maladaptive patterns: avoidance, denial, procrastination, putting things aside, not expressing yourself, not asking for help, and not challenging the thoughts that the other person is bringing to you that are making you fuel self-doubt.
Okay, wow, there's a lot to cover in this book then. But it's a great workbook, and where can people get it?
So you can get it off Amazon, and you can get it off my website, www.drmonicavermani.com. But the book is about you working at whatever level you're at. We're all perfect and a work in progress. The work in progress is about a deeper wellness. Go deeper so that you can live the life that's in your highest and best. We all deserve it. And breaking away from toxic relationships is about having the self-esteem that I deserve better.
Okay, we all deserve better.
You bet.
Thank you, Dr. Monica Vermani.
you.
And we'll get more details on the book up on our website, chch.com.